What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Sparks Fab YouTube channel. So, what does Sparks Fab do for a living? Well, the fab is obviously fabrication, and part of my job is conducting and building crash test fixtures like this right here, which is a crew cab pickup truck, which involves these seats right here. These are not Toyota seats. These are what we call alternative design seats. And what we're trying to do is, in the event of an accident with a stronger seat, the outcome of the accident would be better with a stronger seat. And here's what I mean. In a rear impact, your initial force is that way, and a lot of these manufacturers have very weak seats as far as the seat backs go. And so what happens is the seat back will collapse, and then you will get outside of your seat belt geometry. Okay, and once you get outside of your seatbelt geometry, once your seatbelt's not doing anything for you, not holding you in the seat because the seat has collapsed now, that's when bad things happen. That's when you get broken neck, brain injuries, quadriplegic, paraplegic, okay? So in these crash tests, we put these alternative design seats in whatever vehicle is pertaining to the case. And what I do is disassemble these vehicles. These have to be running, driving, perfect vehicles, right? And I mount this very high strength 2x4 11 gauge square tubing frame to the vehicle, weld it solid, and this frame and this buck get bolted to a sled. And this sled pushes this vehicle to exactly replicate the pulse and the delta V of the accident in question. Delta V, change in velocity, right? So that is what I do for a living. Okay, so I tell people this and people seem pretty interested. So I have never made a video. I've been doing this for 8 years now. I've never made a video because when I'm in this test mode and getting prepared for tests, I am just laser focused because there is a lot that goes in. I mean, I'm mounting seats that don't belong in vehicles. They have to withstand 6,000+ pounds of force, right? Because in this particular case, which I will not name names, not name manufacturers, nothing like that, we are doing a ballasted 95th percentile ATD, 350 pound person at a 22 mile an hour delta V. It's a lot of force, and it has to happen like that, right? So all this stuff has to be rock solid, and it has to be able to do it over and over and over again, right? So then you come to the bottom of the seats, and we have a rock solid frame to the bottom of the seats, and that allows us to do test after test with this buck. Now I've built many of these, right? So this is just one version. So that is an introduction of what I do for work. It's pretty interesting. I enjoy the heck out of it because it involves my engineering mind and my ability to work with metal, which I am very good at. I cannot work with wood for shit, but I can build pretty much anything out of metal. Hence the FAB in Sparks Fab. So in the morning, I have to build another buck, okay? And it is a single cab Toyota Tacoma truck. It is out back, and it is a perfectly running and driving 2014 single cab Tacoma. And so the middle of this video, we're just gonna tear that apart a little bit. I'll do some quick time lapses and get to the end result of a buck, okay? And then at the end of the video, we will do a couple of clips at the test facility. So, thanks for sticking with me. Comment down below what you think. We'll pick up tomorrow when I start disassembling the Tacoma. That's just boring, you know, you're just disassembling a truck, right? Then I'll touch a little bit on the high strength frame that I'm gonna weld to the bottom of the Tacoma, which this all has to take place on the fly because I've never done a single cab truck before. So I have to design this frame as I go along. We'll touch on that a little bit. And then we may end off the video there and pick up video number 2 at our testing facility. Again, I'm not naming names for anything. Everything's confidential. Maybe you can figure out some stuff in the video, and sure, you're welcome to comment down below. I did say Tacoma. Whoops. Anyways, yeah. So, there you have it. That is what Sparks Fab does for a living. And we'll pick up tomorrow with tearing apart a perfectly running and driving truck. But first, you know, we're gonna do burnouts with it, or see if it'll do burnouts. All right. Okay, slight change of plan. We're gonna call this first video the introduction to what Sparks Fab does for a living. And then the next video, we'll pick up with the building of the single cab truck Buck. That will be video number 2 of this What I Do for a Living series, we'll call it. I've been lacking in the content department for a while now. So we're gonna, sorry to say, string this out a little bit. Maybe it'll help people engage some and ask some questions and comment down below and like and do all those things. So then the third video, we will be at the test facility and we will do some videos of the runs, the test runs that we do. And then the cool stuff is the high speed. Because let me tell you, when you see this stuff in 1500 frames per second, that is when all the magic happens and you can really see what is going on. And it is like the coolest crap ever. So, thanks for watching. That'll end off this introduction to what does Sparks Fab do for a living. And we'll pick up the next video with building the Buck. So thanks again. We'll see you later.